I mean, yeah, we could definitely have a drink. I'm scared to.
Why?
'Cause back in my village, the adults would mainly just say things to me, and they weren't really nice. But whenever they would drink, they would tie me or hang me from a tree and beat me.
Well,
And
that's silly. Why don't you go back and beat them now? They're more than tough enough.
I'm not allowed to.
Why? Who's stopping you? You need help? I'll come with you. We'll go and put the beat down on them.
As part of my pact with my patron, I promised I wouldn't seek revenge on the village.
What kind of a patron is that?
I don't know. The one I have?
You should see if you can chase them out of the village. And, you could stand outside of the village according to that and just beat them when they come out.
I mean, I guess so. But I mean, from when we saw a Christian a long time ago, he said the village was suffering. So I'm guessing someone did something.
Well, they probably deserved it. I mean, let's face it, we did encounter that town of like those devil worshipping things. Maybe people like that exist, Sometimes they get their comeuppance.
Yeah. I just don't know. I mean, I guess, have either of you met any people like that?
All the time. I knock people's teeth into that sort of behavior all the time.
And in my travels, I've never tolerated that kind of behavior where people would treat others differently for that reason. It didn't seem like they had any reason to actually, harm you. They just did it because they were drunk, and they just thought differently of you. Mm-hmm. So,
well,
for me, drunk is never an excuse. Trust me, from a dwarf that drinks a lot and drinks and is a society that drinks a lot, drinking is no excuse for treating people bad.
Well, their God told them that tieflings were put on this earth to suffer, so they did everything they could to make me suffer.
Sounds like it's the God that needs a little, teeth bashing. Point me in the right direction.
It's a town called Farwater, so.
Well, Firewater. Well, if we take the water away, yeah, that'd do it.
But yeah. But today was.
Rodorigo, let's sit down and have a little talk here about you and Brocky.
Sure. What's on your mind, Grond? What's going on?
Well, I'm more wondering what's on your mind with Brocky.
Oh, yeah, that was tough.
And I take out my hammer and smash it really hard now. Because, Brockie's a really nice person, and she's our team member, and she's like family.
Right. Yeah, I agree. I mean, it's just one of those things that when we went through all of that, we were trying to take out these enemies that we had in front of us, and I saw her in the middle of all of those spiders and that man we were facing, and I got scared. I'll be honest. I was worried. I thought this was it for Brocky because I was all on my own. I didn't see anyone else except you.
That's how Brocky, yeah, she can hold her own, but she gets into trouble once in a while, and we just gotta know because you seem to have taken a liking to her there.
So yeah, you do seem like you want to impress her sometimes, which I'm not judging anything.
We want to make sure that you're. Oh yes, of course we're judging. That's what we're here for. We're her friends.
No, I mean we all have people who we want to impress, and maybe like, I'm just wondering, do you like Brocky?
Me?
Yeah.
Like Brock. Well, I haven't met many Dragonborns, I'll be honest. But not saying that Brockty isn't at all, I don't know, appealing, but I'm not sure. It love is a very tricky thing, and I really haven't found it very much growing up. In my monastery, I did a lot of training. I did a lot of focusing on myself and making myself better. So I really hadn't had much experience. I don't know, with love and finding a person that I could love. Not saying that I couldn't.
I'd assume that Bhakti doesn't have a whole lot of experience in that either, and I'd really hate for someone to hurt her, even if it's just matters of the heart. I'd really hate for something like that to happen.
But I mean, at least I don't know how Brockty feels. So I mean, it could be whatever.
Right. Well, now that you mention it, I mean, it's not something I couldn't think about. Like I said, I just never have had an opportunity to really truly think that was my possibility. I just thought helping people is what I should do. That's what I was taught. That's what my master showed me growing up. And his words always resound in my mind. For those that are down, be the person that brings them back up. And and then when I go out there and I'm out there with you guys fighting, I fight with all that I have because I fight for you guys, not just for myself. And maybe seeing Brockty get into a position where she was in such a dire strait maybe did tug something at me more than just my normal understanding of helping others. But I'm very new to that. I'm not experienced in that. But you never know. I'm still learning things in this world myself. So.
Well, that's good. And yeah, there's so much to learn. And yeah. I know. It just seemed like you were trying to impress her, so I was just curious.
Well, I can come off that way sometimes. And I flip my hair.
And say, Grond, do you have much experience with love?
Well, I'm still rather young at 80 years old, but yeah, I've met a couple of girls once or twice. Yeah, I did try and give Lee some advice about combing the beards and stuff like that. The girls
Beards?
like that. Yeah.
And like she kind of like rubs her chin. Do I have a beard?
No, I think only dwarven women do.
Oh, okay. She's like, I didn't know if I needed to shave or take care of it or anything.
Why would you want to shave a beard?
They look itchy. I don't have one. I don't know what they're like.
They're nice and comfortable.
Can I touch it? And I put like your, yeah. So like she like pets Grond's beard. Oh, it's not as wiry or tough as I thought it would be.
No, dwarves are tough. Their beards, they're smooth.
Nice. So Grond, I've realized there's a lot I still don't know about you. Like I don't know like anything about who or what you serve or how you became such a good fighter and everything.
Yep.
I think what she's trying to get at is what is that information? I just put it out there.
What information you want?
Well, I mean, there's obviously a lot of deities out there, and apparently the one that I've known about isn't a very nice one. So is yours a nice deity?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, I can tell you don't want to talk about it, so that's fine.
Well, no, I mean, it depends on what you want to know.
No, I guess what they're about, because the one I grew up with was all about beauty, and those who were beautiful got all of the benefits, and those who weren't suffered.
No, nothing like that.
Hi.
Hello.
There he is.
Yeah, there's Lee and Jet. How's it going, guys?
Good.
Doing well.
Lee and Jet aren't see you guys talking. I'm not sure exactly what's going on, but I'm just gonna like try to silently sit down and just listen for a while, if that's okay.
Okay. So we look at him.
Hi.
Hi guys. Is it nighttime?
Yeah, it's kind of just after the game that we just played.
Oh, okay. Cool.
Yeah.
So, have you tried what I gave you yet, or?
I haven't gotten a chance. I was going to later. My plan was to do that later this evening.
Okay.
Before bed.
Just let me know if it works.
Definitely.
I kind of nudge Rodorigo and go, "This might be in the TMI category."
No, it's because okay. This is me breaking it real quick. Because Grond was with Serenity when Lee showed like his back and like the frostbite, right? Okay.
Yeah.
I was like, just making sure I was remembering correctly. I'm like, no, it's for the wounds on his back. I did some research and might be able to.
Now it makes sense. Yeah. I thought I thought that you had an ointment for something else.
What did you think, Grond?
Yeah.
Never mind.
Well, Grond definitely had probably that idea of other things that isn't about healing backs.
Okay, like what?
Well, I'm not the one that said it, Grond. I mean, that's all you, man.
You know me. I don't talk much. Go ahead, explain.
Okay. Well, like I said, just let me know if it works. But yeah, so
The itching should go away very soon.
I mean, I don't know if it itches. If it itches, it could have needed something else, and I'll have to do some more research. So if now she's just like thinking of all of the things she read and like what might needed to be added if there is itching. So she's just kind of like frozen.
Without trying to get too detailed, just because it's a very personal situation. I'm like, oh no, I think this will be great. I'm sure it'll be very, very helpful, and I'll let you know as soon as I feel the results.
Should clear things up real quick. Yeah.
I hope so. So yeah, so what do you guys think's next for us?
Well, I gotta help TikTok here a little bit, but I'll be catching up with you soon.
Yeah. I was actually kind of curious about.
Oh, go ahead.
No, I was just saying I was also curious about that too. Just because I don't know, I just feel like one of the more newer guys to this motley crew of adventures. So,
just until I catch up, don't do anything stupid. And he looks over at Lee.
Yes, of course, of course. I will not do anything stupid. I look over at Lee, and then look back at you. Um, but I might still have
I
this
give
kind
that
of.
some more ale.
Mm.
You better take care of this bird.
Oh, always.
He'd be heartbreaking if he lost you.
I know. I mean, as his familiar, I know how important I am to him. So.
Yep.
I think you're important to a lot of us.
Oh, thank you. Yeah, this is definitely the first time that I've felt like part of a family, and I've got my buddy Jet here, um, and he's I think he's trying to sleep actually, but
Oh,
but
I
um, but
say,
he's all the family I had until I met you guys.
I'm saying, Rodrigo, you might be a newer member of the group, but I mean, I think it's fun having you around, and I think you're definitely a great um, asset and personality and unique character to this motley crew. So I hope
Okay.
you're able to stick around.
You compliment my dumb ideas a lot sometimes, and you join in on them. And I think that's really what this team needed was another one of me.
He leans
Well,
and Grond leads in and says, "Yeah, in other words, you saved his ass."
well, I guess you could say some of those things were how it played out, but I just understand sometimes how it can be to just enjoy yourself and go at it with all that you can. And I see that's a trait in Jet and in Lee that I think I share. So I just feel like we're in some instances why I may join in because I like to enjoy myself, especially when I face any challenge. I like to do it sometimes with a little style and flair, um, but also but I can be very methodical and very you know uh, try to use the tactics I've learned in my monastery and things of that nature. But no, I've enjoyed my time with you guys so far, and I just hope that as we keep going, as we continue forward on all our different adventures, I just hope to grow, but hope I can grow with you guys because you guys have become a group of people that I think I can grow to enjoy and even start to admire and even find some love within. You know.
Well, on the topic of mentioned flair and style and growing closer to each of us, I did. I may not be the best at reading people, but I did. I might have noticed something with you trying to impress somebody in our party, and I was just
Uh-huh.
wondering if there was something happening there, and I kind of look over to Serenity, and I'm like, yeah, that would just be great if if there was something happening there.
Okay.
And I put my hand on Lee's
Sorry,
shoulder and I
to be
say,
clear, I was looking at Serenity for my sake, not for yours.
Okay. Yeah.
Yeah.
I put my hand on Lee's shoulder and said, "I already had a brief talk with him about,
Oh, am I?
his
Did I
his
walk in on?
unfortunate fate where he to break Prakti's heart."
Yeah. Well, yes, as Grond has already said, I think we started that conversation a little bit. But I'll let you know what I told them. I'm still new to when it comes to the dealings of love. I haven't had very much of it growing up in a more romantic way. I've felt love for my brothers and sisters at the monastery, and I feel a kind of fatherly love for my master, who took me in at a young age. I was brought up as an orphan. They found me on my own as a when I was a baby, and he's the closest thing to a father I have. And through him, I was able to really learn what it meant to feel love. But for some reason, romantic love was never one of those loves that I experienced. I just was so focused on my training and so focused on what I was trying to do, and doing everything I could to live up to the standards and the ideals that we hold at the monastery and helping others. But yeah, I mean, sure, I think there's something different about Bhakti. I mean, I haven't met very many Dragonborn. She's one of the very few that I have met. But I feel there's just something about her that's, even in her shyness, there's probably something more that I feel like she can show. It's interesting. She's interesting, yes.
Fair enough. Enough said.
Okay. And Ron gets up and says, "Well, I gotta go help TikTok. I will catch you later."
Okay.
Make sure he takes care of Frostbite.
Of
And
course.
himself.
Oh, right.
Yeah.
And himself, of course.
Of course. I'll catch up to you in a few days.
All right.
Take
See you in
care,
a few
Grond.
days.
Good luck to you, Ron. We'll see you later.
So yeah.
Uh,
I don't, huh?
Well, I'm actually now curious as to how you brought up the conversation. Talking about it now, has Brocky ever mentioned anything to you guys about anything?
Not to me, but she's kind of wandered off on her own a lot. So I haven't talked to her too much. I want to talk to her more. I was actually hoping I could talk to her over the next few days. So we'll see. If I find out anything, I can let you know.
Okay. You don't have to. It's okay to keep conversations private. You don't have to tell me anything. But
Yeah, but I would like you both to be happy, and if the possibility of you guys being something more would make you both happy, I'm all for it.
I can see if Jet can find some answers and relay them back, and then he looks at me and he's caws really loudly and then pecks at me, and I'm like, okay, I get loyalty is important.
I'll look over
maybe
at Jet.
not.
I'll look over at Jet. But isn't Brockie's happiness important? So shouldn't, if you find out that someone or something might make her happy, shouldn't you try and make that happen?
I think Jet and I don't talk about love very much, but I'm getting the feeling that that he thinks that if Brocky were to confide in him about something, it's probably best for my sake and to not be on the bad end of Dragon Breath, for Jet to not relay that to me. So.
Well, you can relay it to me. I'll take the risk.
Fair enough.
And I can cast speak with animals now. So. But yeah. Yeah, I don't know. Cause yeah, the last time we really sat down and had a chat with Brocky was after the lava cave.
Mm.
Oh yeah, the lava cave.
Yeah.
That was that's when Rodorigo. I'm kind of glad that you appeared after that point, because that wasn't exactly Lee's shining moment.
Okay.
Well, you see, I'm wearing like a bunch of winter gear, and I'm wearing jacket on jacket on jacket, and
Yeah.
that doesn't mix well with the lava cave.
Oh, yeah. I can see that.
Yeah.
I can see how that would have happened that way.
Yeah, it gave quite a few of us a big scare.
Gotcha.
I might have passed out.
Okay. Yeah. It does make sense, you know. The heat can get to people, and especially when you're wearing thick winter gear in warm weather. You know, it may be, you know, a better idea. Let's just say that to you know, lessen the amount of layers, so you can, you know, maybe breathe a little better.
See, Serenity here has been saying that, but it's just it's a comfort thing for me at this point, and
Okay.
it's something that I'm working on. In fact, and I have I say, you know what? TikTok's gone. Grond is gone for a little bit. A lot of us almost died today, and I gave up frostbite. So how hard could this be? And I kind of like took a step back from you guys, and I look down at myself, and I take off one layer, and I kind of like wince at the thought, like at the action of it, but then I'm starting to breathe heavier and heavier. Then after a while, I just kind of calm down and think I'm okay. I think I'm okay. I think I can go without one of these layers. I think I'll be okay.
That's a good start. And
Yeah. And I go in and kind of do like a fist bump on his shoulder. See, I told you, it's not a problem. Yeah, you got this.
Yeah, I do. And Jet's like cawing really happily, and even goes down and like starts hopping on the coat that's on the ground, and starts like pecking at it and like trying to like tear it apart a little bit. And I'm like, no, please, I might need that later. But
I'll bundle up and like put it in my bag of holding so Jet can't get it. Be like, I'll
okay.
give it back.
And I'll ask actually. The reason you wear layers, did you come from a place that was very cold?
I did. I did. I don't. I haven't talked about it very much. But I've got. Um, I've got. I take off one of my gloves, and you see on my hands there's spots of black and pink and white all over my hands, and I just put my glove back on. And I say,
Okay.
that's kind of all over, and
Okay.
so I don't want that to happen anymore. I don't want that to get worse. It's part of why I named my bow the name that it has. And yeah, I just it's a comfort thing for me at this point to stay warm and make
Okay.
sure that that's not something that I have to worry about again.
Okay. And when you showed me that the hand with the glove off, I'm assuming that's like frostbite. That's what
Yeah.
it should be. Yeah.
Yep.
Okay. Gotcha. Just making sure. Okay.
Yep.
And that's
I
what
look at that and I'm just like, okay, I understand. Of course. And I come up, I put my hand on his shoulder and I'm just like, you know, you do what you have to do to feel comfortable. But just know, me personally will never think twice of anything that's on your skin or anything that's you have on you that makes you look to others what might say different. So know that you are my friend and I have your back, like I've said already many times before. So that's not gonna change.
Thank you. I in the short time that we've gotten to know each other, we've become pretty tight, and it's really nice to I don't have any siblings, but it's really nice to feel like I've got a brother in you.
Of course. Yeah. Yeah. It's how I would treat anybody, you know? And I wouldn't treat you any different.
Thank you.
Yeah.
And I put the glove back on, and I pat his back, and kind of like I'm not able to like meet his eyes exactly, because I'm still kind of like anxious about all of this. That, like, it's very revealing for me. Um, and so I do say thank you. I pat him on the back. I like take like a half step aside. But enough about me. How are you guys doing after all that we just faced?
Well, you can go ahead.
Just gonna say it's been kind of a day. Yeah, I mean, I know it's not forever, but like we lost TikTok and we almost lost Brockty and Jet and Theobald, and it's just it's been a lot.
Yeah, and Gworf is gone,
Yeah.
and yeah, I mean, and we'll see Grond before long, but I mean,
Yeah.
we're even gonna be without him for a little bit, which really heavy day.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. But it's one thing my master always talked to me about in my monastery, is that, death is just as a part of life as it is living. So our life is never permanent here. And so we just have to live our life as best we can. And hopefully, as we get through these hard situations, we just have to keep moving forward. And what makes it better is that we have each other to help each other out in that. So, yeah.
Very true.
When you say life is not forever, Jet kind of looks up at you, and like his head goes to the side, and I say, "Oh no, except for you, Jet. You will live forever. You will live forever. Don't you worry." And then he goes back to what he was doing, and just hopping around in the grass, just like looking for like a worm. But I respond to you, and I say, it's hard to think about any one of us not being around, but it's nice at least to know that with TikTok gone, at least he's not gone forever. But seeing Worf die makes this a little more real. And like you said about Brockty and Jet and Theobald, I mean, I'd be a wreck if Jet, something happened to him. He thinks he's invincible, but he's not. But Brockty and Theobald, I mean, they're tough. They're both tougher than me. I mean, Brockty's an insanely great druid, and Theobald, I've never seen a wizard with magic like that before. So,
Right. I think he's not a fan of you calling him that, but yeah, makes sense. Yeah.
wait,
Yeah.
what?
Never mind. Don't worry about it.
Oh, okay.
He's not a wizard.
No, I know. Jet's just a bird. He can't cast any spells.
No, Theobald isn't a wizard. He's a cleric, like Grond.
Theobald's a cleric. Are you sure?
I'm pretty sure.
That would probably make a lot of sense in retrospect. Huh.
But yeah, just kind of thinking about that. There's something that I've done that I guess I'll let the two of you know, so that way if the worst happens with me, someone will know about it. And she kind of reaches over into like her little component pouch and like just pulls out these letters, and you can see they have almost everyone's name on them. And she's like, I wrote these for everyone in case they didn't get to say goodbye. They're just gonna be in this pouch if something should happen. I just want to make sure I have a chance, even if I'm not here.
Okay.
And like she puts them back away.
I go over and I say I understand the fear that you have about this. I mean, especially after today. But today also taught me that despite all the opportunities that we had to fail, we didn't. And I don't think you'll have a reason to send out any of these letters for a long, long time. And I'll make sure that that's the case with everything that I have. And I think Jet can back me up on this.
There's one in here for Jet too.
Oh. He thinks that it's like
I was like, and there's one for Rodorigo.
And he's gonna fly up to your bag and like start like pecking at it to like try to open your bag.
I'm like, not yet. And I pull out from my actual bag of holding some seeds and I like put them on the ground next to me. You can have those.
He loves them. Well, thank you for sharing that.
Yeah.
I'm not sure what to say.
I mean, you don't have to say anything. I just kind of thought about it after what happened in Wavering Tour, where I kind of almost died twice. And that hadn't happened before. And it made me realize that there was stuff I wanted to still say to the group. And I might not get a chance. So I just wanted to make sure I did.
Okay. And as when he was saying the thing about how he would make sure that nothing would ever happen, you know, I look over at him. I was like, I see you.
I see what you're doing.
And I see you do that, and I'm kind of like wide-eyed, like look down, like, oh gosh.
But yeah. But I'm excited to see where we go next. I mean, we took down a pretty big guy that's been pretty much causing all the trouble in Phandalin. So I'm wondering, and just to let you know, I am not all adventured out. There's still so much more for me to learn. My master has been teaching me and showing me so much more of what I can do. And so I know I'm not done with what I need to do. So I'm ready to keep on going. I don't know about you guys, but I hope to keep going.
Yeah, me as well. I'm kind of glad. I'm hoping we get the chance to leave Phandalin for a little bit because I want to see the world. I'm looking for someone.
Can I ask who? If not, it's okay.
My dad. I don't want to get into it too much, but I'm hoping that that I can find him, and I'm hoping that with all of your help, and us traveling, we can. I'll find him someday, and I haven't brought this up to Jet, but I think they get along pretty well.
And I just kind of like put my hand over Lisa. I'm like, well, I'll do anything I can to help you find him.
Thank you. Thank you, and thank you both for everything so far, and Jet, and you too, of course, and I think with us and Brockty and Theo and TikTok and Grond. Well, TikTok won't be with us, but I think there's not really much that can stop us.
True. We are a good team. And
One might even say we're unkillable.
Yeah, I mean, if today's event wasn't a little bit of evidence of that, yeah.
if one of us die on the next adventure, I am blaming you two. Even if it's one of you two.
Yeah. Well, yeah. It's been pretty great so far, and I just hope to, and maybe in the near future you can meet my monk bro. He's come on some adventures with me every now and then, but yeah, he's just been doing his own thing, so I've been letting him do his own thing for a while. He's a little different from me. When you meet him, he's a big old dude. Really big guy.
What's his name?
His name is Dunk.
Dunk.
Yeah,
Dunk.
Dunk. Yeah. So he's a pretty good guy. He would have gotten along with, and he did get along with Gworf. They would drink and drink and drink because that was his thing. Dunks loves to drink. But hopefully you can join us maybe in the future. And that way you'll see a little bit of the monk bros in action together.
Jet starts like moving his wings out and then like chopping them through the air, like he's seen you do a bunch of times. And Lee turns down to him and I say, I think he wants to join the monk bros.
Oh, does he?
I
Well,
think so.
it's a pretty intense club. You know, we do a lot of fighting. I'm saying this directly to Jet. There's a lot of fighting and a lot of technique that comes with it. Are you sure you're willing to do everything you can to get to that kind of level of skill? You know, it's hard work.
He flies up like right in front of Rodrigo's face, and then swipes a wing at you, and then like pecks at your forehead, and then twirls around and lands back down.
Okay. Yeah. Well, yeah, you seem to have the enthusiasm for it. So, you know what? Yeah, I think we could probably make you one of our monk bros. I just have to confer because hey, me and my monk bro are the ones that are monk bros. So I can't just make this decision on my own.
He caws really loudly, flies up, and then just starts circling, just cawing really loudly. That's his happy move.
So he's going to be a dwarven monk.
Yep. Yep.
Okay.
He's gonna need an even longer title now.
Yeah.
But nice. And then I pull out because you know there's been drawings and stuff of us, and I had a drawing of him in my bag, and so I also showed you guys how he looked. It was a picture that was painted by someone we knew in one of our previous adventures. Painted it for us, of us standing side by side, and you'll see me, you know, my high elf monk self, you know, kind of skinny, normal, athletic guy, and then right next to me you'll see a big old guy looking like a sumo wrestler kind of type dude. It's like completely bald, with like a drink in his hand and his arm around me, and just like because he's kind of like the free spirit looking kind of guy. So yeah.
I love it.
He looks like a great guy.
Yeah, he's the best. He's the best.
He seems like Jet might have some competition with the drinking.
Oh yeah, yes he would. And he also brews his own ale too, and he brews some pretty nice ale.
He comes down from that and like lands on your shoulder, Rodrigo, and starts nuzzling next to you, like kind of like a way like, hey, you think you can get me some of that? Like,
and I come in, I'm just like, well, I guess you want some, don't you? Okay. Well, we'll talk about it later. Yeah, we'll talk about it later.
He caws very loudly, and he's all for it. But yeah, I'm like, you know what? He seems like he'd fit in really great with all of us. I hope we get to meet him someday.
Yeah, I hope you guys do too. Yeah, and I'm like now just thinking and reminiscing on our adventures, you know.
Well, if you guys don't mind, I think I'm gonna go try some of this out. It's the frostbite lotion.
Just so you know, it's a 24-ounce bottle. Because that was the only bottle I could find on the Camp D&D site, and I was like, okay, you're just gonna get a lot of it.
Okay, perfect. Well, it'll last me a while, so. Well, I'm gonna take off, and it was nice talking to you, Rodrigo, and nice. Thank you so much again, Serenity. It's been.
You're welcome.
Having you guys around has been great. So, take care, and I whistle, and I walk over to my tent, and Jet flies in, and I head in. And
okay. Just before you head out, I do I give my hand out and I try to clasp it with you. Yeah. Till we meet again, my friend.
Of course. And I pull it in with the other hand. I give like a bro hug, basically.
Yeah.
And I say, have a good night, both of you.
You as well.
Okay.
But yeah.
Okay. Well, I'll be honest. I was not expecting questions about me and Brocky in that way. It did take me by surprise. But you know, it's made me think about things and consider things that I wasn't thinking were options before. So we'll see. You know, I'm here to have a good time, but I'm also open to new experiences.
Yeah, I just, like I said before, like I just want, if you both feel that way towards each other, then I just want you guys to be happy, because I definitely know what it's like to suffer. And I kind of glance in Lee's direction, you know, like someone who doesn't like you back. And so I just want to make sure. And I consider both you and Brocky my friends, and I just I don't want to and someone to end up heartbroken unnecessarily. So I just wanted to kind of just see where, since I got a chance to talk to you first, see where you stood on it, and then hopefully I'll be able to talk to Brocky soon about it.
Yeah. Well, obviously nothing's set in stone.
Yeah.
And I, you know, I think as long as we can stay friends, I'll be happy. You know, so however it works out, we'll see. But yeah, I just want to make sure that she knows that I have her back, you know, and as well as like how I have everyone else's.
That's good, because yeah, I definitely don't think she's had people have her back for a while. So I know she's getting used to that and kind of used to being around people, because she was almost by herself for a while.
Okay. Yeah. Sounds good.
Yeah. Yeah, unless there's anything you want to ask me or talk about or anything, like, I'm gonna head to bed.
Okay. Yes, I mean we're all adventured out here. We've fought so many enemies, so I think I might do the same. I might go back to my monastery for some time, and I'll be back. But I think I'll take some time to train and talk about my adventures to those back there, and hopefully we'll see each other very, very soon.
Yes, hopefully we'll see each other soon.